9865DW at 100.9.
Does that old tractor or lawnmower have more electrical tape or duct tape holding it together than you want to admit? Well, maybe it's time to see Phil Sheehan and his staff at NC Tractor for a new Massey Ferguson tractor or mower. Massey Ferguson is a company that's been around for over 175 years. That says a lot about a company. And paired with Phil Sheehan, who's been in business for over 25 years, that says a lot about Phil and his staff. Knowledgeable about their product, and they stand behind every sale. Massey Ferguson is the last tractor you'll ever need. NC Tractor, a dependable and reliable company that'll be there after the sale. NC Tractor on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
Good morning. This is Cameron coming to you from the Blue Room with your weather forecast. Today you can expect mostly sunny conditions at highs near 50. So mostly cloudy overnight with lows around 30. Monday, so mostly cloudy with isolated showers at highs near 45. So mostly cloudy overnight with a chance of a wintry mix with lows around 30. For Tuesday, it's mostly cloudy with slight chance of a wintry mix with highs near 45. Partly cloudy overnight with lows around 20. And that was your weather forecast here on Pure Country 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton. Welcome to All Things Rutherford, here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton. Now here's your host, Todd and Tracy.
And we're back in 3, 2.
How was your weekend? What did you do?
Well, it was okay.
But not nearly long enough.
And I did nothing.
Well, that sounds fun.
That sounds fun.
But then something happened that made it
Horrible.
Horrible.
just horrible. What happened? What happened?
Monday.
Ruined a perfectly good weekend.
Monday morning, you're going to be like,
It's showtime.
That's right. Monday morning it is right here in the... Wow. That's still... Wow. Got a delay going on there or something. 15 on this January the 15th of 2024. It is 2 minutes after 7 o'clock. That was a crazy delay, wasn't it? Creighton Lovelace checking in with us on the YouTube. Good morning.
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 Hope everyone's having a great Monday morning so far. I know it's early.
Good morning.
Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yes, it is, and we're the people that get to get up and work.
We get to go to work today. Today we set aside the remembrance of Martin Luther King Jr., a pivotal person in the racial, what do you call it, the racial
Divide.
justice?
He just wanted to bring people together.
Yep,
He was a good man.
Together, civil rights activist, and he was murdered many years ago. So today is a day that we set aside to remember Martin Luther King Jr. and all the work that he did in our nation to help us with the racial things going on, the equality, stuff like that. It is what it is. Some people say it's still going on. I think we're in a lot better place now than we were back then. But, yep, just remember that today. I know the kids are out of school today, so get to stay home with the kiddos.
Oh, boy.
That's right.
Some people do.
Some people do.
My kiddos are in Florida.
Both of them?
Well, no, Nicholas is at work. But Brittany and her family's in. They're coming home this morning. They've been in Disney World.
I would love to go to Disney World again.
I would, too.
So if any of you out there are listening, you can donate a trip to me and Tracy. Look, I promise you, we will go down there live.
Hey, yeah, we could
and
do,
we will broadcast
we could do the morning.
Disney
We could
World.
take all of our reporters with us.
Absolutely.
We'd have to.
No, just me and you.
Okay.
Me and you and Karen would have to. You'd have to go. You'd have to take Nicholas.
A third wheel. I'd be a third wheel.
No, you'd have to take Nicholas.
Okay, I'll take Nicholas.
See, then me and Nicholas can hang out, and you and Karen can.
There
hang
you
out.
go.
It works out.
Does she ride the stuff?
Probably. Yeah.
Well, I started to say, well, I don't, so me and her be good.
Oh yeah. She won't ride the crazy.
I can't ride roller coasters.
She won't ride the crazy stuff like that. But those little slow rides and
little slow rides. That's what I'm usually all about.
We'll broadcast live from Disney World every morning at 7 o'clock, just like we was sitting right here in the Blue Room. We'll even do a video from that. We'll take YouTube with us.
There we go. I'm all about that.
Let's go. So you work on that out there, folks. Just donate it to the Todd and Tracy Morning Show. Use it as a tax write-off. And if you need to know how to do that, you can always call 289-9300. Get in touch with Gilbert Carmona, and he will tell you how to get that as a tax write-off, a business expense.
This is really, hey, you're really talking this thing up.
I'm telling you, we can make it happen. Folks out there could make it happen for us.
I'm going to tell you something funny. Speaking about my kids being in wherever they're at. Was it
Florida.
Place, Florida? I was on my way. I've been feeding Brittany's dog every afternoon, and I was
What's his name? Samson? No.
Jake.
Oh.
There's a song about that, aren't they? Feed Jake.
If I died before I wake, feed
Yeah.
Jake.
Anyway, I was going over there on my way over there yesterday. I was just driving right along, and all of a sudden, I come up on a cow.
A cow.
A cow
Like
in
a
the
big,
road.
full-size cow.
Yeah, it was a black cow in the highway. Well, the little back road that I was on. And of course, it's a little pasture right beside it, well, big pasture.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I stopped my car in the middle of the road and rolled down my window, and that cow came over to my window. And it was so weird. Me and that cow were having a conversation. I looked at him and I said, "What are you doing?
You're going to have to get
What
out
are
the
you
road."
doing? And how did you get out?" So I looked at him and I said, "I'm going to go." I know who the owner is. I said, "I'm going to turn around and come back and I'm going to go tell his owner." I turned around. By the time I got back, kid you not, by the time I get back and turned around, the cow is back in the pasture. And I know it was him because all the others were way, way over far away.
Look at you.
He was glaring at me like, I told him,
Nobody likes a snitch.
"That's it." I said, "You knew I was fixing to tell on you, didn't you?"
Yeah, yeah.
You ever heard of the horse whisperer?
You the cow whisperer.
I must be the cow whisperer.
He was figuring. You lucky you didn't get the gang back down there. Lucky they were so
Hey.
slow. He'd have got the gang back down there. And
I
you
feel
know,
like me and
snitches
that
get
cow had a
stitches.
bond.
Snitches get stitches. Yeah, he'd have tore. Don't drink no cow from her. If was it a bull variety or the milk giving variety?
I don't know.
Did
It
have
looked
horns?
like no,
Okay.
and it looked like it was a younger one, like that wasn't a baby, but it wasn't far
Might have been
from.
an Amish cow. He was trying to get away from him. Reckon that was it?
I don't know.
You ever seen that show?
Yes, escaping
Escaping
Amish.
Amish. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Breaking Amish. That's it.
Breaking Amish. Yeah, I follow a guy.
Escaping polygamy. That's the other thing.
I'm friends with a guy on Facebook named Eli Yoder,
Yep.
and he talks about the Amish and the way they treated him and his dad.
I've seen that.
And how
I sure have.
he escaped. I'm not saying, now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all the Amish people out there are like that.
Yeah.
But Eli's, you need to go listen to his story and about how he got away from the Amish folks. But anyway, I'm not going to rail on nobody.
There's good and bad in everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody's escaping something somewhere along the way.
8 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday morning. Let's go ahead and get started with our Monday morning call-around report. And here is Dakota Livesay with Chronicles of the Old West.
It was a dreary January day when a young 16-year-old boy wandered into Cosey, Texas, looking for companionship. And since young boys usually get what they're looking for, this young boy met a pretty girl, and they made arrangements to meet later at her place. The boy arrived at the appointed hour, and the two of them continued getting along famously. Then someone stepped on the porch and pounded on the door. The girl said it was her sweetheart. The door sprang open and the boyfriend entered. Expressing outrage at the situation, the boyfriend demanded $100 or he would kill the young boy. The young boy explained that he only had about $50 or $60 in his pocket, but if he could go to the stable, he had more money in his saddlebags. He would get it and be right back. Not a fool, the boyfriend said. "Give me what you have first." Nervously, the young boy reached in his pocket and pulled out the money, dropping some on the floor. The boyfriend reached down to get the money, and when he raised back up, the young boy's pistol was pointing at his face. Without a moment's hesitation, the gun went off and the boyfriend fell over dead with a hole in his head. Incidentally, the young man was in Cosey, Texas, because he had barely escaped from Horn Hill, Texas, where he had killed another man. And the man in Horn Hill wasn't his first. He had killed about 6 prior to this. Oh yes, the young boy's name, John Wesley Hardin, one of the Old West's most famous cold-blooded killers. There's a lesson here. Con men should always check out their mark. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Unable to get a hold of the folks over at the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department, so we'll just check back in with them tomorrow. How's that? Sly checking in with us on the YouTube. Sly, good morning, Todd and Tracy. I'm off today. Well, that's good. Sit back and enjoy. Good morning, Sly.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hope you're having a great Monday so far. It's going to be an even better day. I know it. I can feel it. Going to go to the 911 Communications Center after this.
Pre-planning is a thoughtful gesture to those you love and a way to let go of anxieties about the future. At Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside, we make the pre-planning process as simple as possible. Feel free to browse our online pre-planning resources or call us today to schedule a no-hassle in-person consultation with a licensed funeral director and pre-planner. Pre-planning is all about ensuring that your wishes are known so they can be acted upon when the time comes. Pre-planning can protect your family from the ravages of inflation and let the family clearly know of your wishes. Please call us today at Eggers Funeral Home of Cliffside at 828-657-6322.
11 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday morning, going to the Rutherford County 911 Communications Center. With us is Jessica. Jessica, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good. What do you have for us this morning?
In the past 48 hours, the Rutherford County 911 Communications Center has processed 514 911 calls and administrative calls, which consisted of 80 EMS calls, 200 for Sheriff's Office, 59 for Forest City, 3 for Lake Lure, 45 for Rutherford, and 84 for Spindale. Fire calls, Ellenborough assisted Cleveland County with a structure fire, also responded to 2 brush fires. Spindale responded to a structure fire assisted by Rutherford and Hudlow, and SDA responded to a vehicle fire, and that's all we've got.
Jessica, thank you much for that report. Hope you have a wonderful day.
You too.
Bye-bye. Jessica with that report from the 911 Communications Center, and just a reminder that the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department report and the 911 Communications Center report being brought to you by the fine folks over at Jay's Discount Grocery.
With gas and utility prices skyrocketing, you need to save money wherever you can. Jay's Discount Grocery can help you do just that. Jay's Grocery has a fresh meat market and a produce aisle like no other. Jay's carries all household needs, including dog and cat food, cups, paper plates, drinks, famous brand names arriving daily at a fraction of the cost. You know, you just never know what you'll find at Jay's. Find out for yourself. Jay's is open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 7, Friday and Saturday, 8 to 8, closed on Sundays. Jay's Discount Grocery, 671 Oak Street in Forest City. Shop Jay's and walk out with a pocket full of savings.
Sess Ford, located on Oak Street in Forest City, is now Legendary Ford. Still locally owned and still offering the same local hometown service as always. The new family at Legendary Ford is working hard to prove to you that they want your business. So stop by today and see the large selection of cars, SUVs, and trucks on the lot, and let the guys at Legendary Ford help you choose the perfect vehicle that best fits you and your family. Visit them at 565 Oak Street in Forest City, or visit the website at www.legendaryford.com, or call them at 245-1626.
13 minutes after 7 o'clock, going over to the SDO Fire District. Creighton, good morning.
Good morning.
So what I did Saturday, I was in my building working on I got me a new truck, a newer to me truck.
Right.
I bought a 2008 Silverado with a bad engine. So I pulled
what a great deal.
So I pulled the engine out of it, rebuilt another one, going to put it back in. Well, I have, in all my rebuilding, all the parts I was putting back on came in these little plastic bags. So I'd take the part out, throw the plastic bag at the trash can. I'd probably hit it, I don't know, 1% of the time, maybe. And so me and Karen got down there yesterday, and she's going to help me do something, and I hit one of those plastic bags, and I slid across the floor.
Oh, no.
And I had my knee at a weird angle, and my knee is already bone on bone. There's no cartilage in between my knee. And that made it hurt that much more. Oh, so I had some muscle relaxers and some Tylenol that the doctor gave me. And I slept yesterday morning. I slept all night long.
Well.
That's one of them sleeps where you're sleepy the whole next day.
Oh,
and you
yes.
That would. You just like, I don't want to do nothing.
That would be Benadryl for me. Benadryl does that to me too. I'm more sleepy the next day than I was the day before.
Me and Karen stayed up and watched a movie Saturday night, and we slept late and went and got breakfast, and it was. Then I was just tired all day.
So you were putting your truck together. Let's get back to the truck. You were putting your truck together with little parts that come in. Was it a plate?
It's not a Lego truck.
I was just wondering.
Like your valve cover gaskets, they come in a plastic bag.
Oh, okay. It just in my mind when you said I was putting it together with little plastic bags, I was just thinking
everything comes in a plastic bag. So anyway,
you got to keep up with it.
That's right.
Creighton from the SDO Fire District. Creighton, good morning.
Good morning. I hope y'all are doing well on this lovely day.
So far,
we
so
are.
Good.
Well, that's good.
What do you got for us this morning, Creighton?
Well, it is January 15th, so that means it is the 15th day of the year. There's 351 days left in this year. And as has already been noted, it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, but it's also National Hat Day. Now, you might recall back in the 1950s and 60s, most men used to wear just about always a hat. And I got a book here a while back. It was called Hatless Jack. And basically it was detailing the history of hats inside of our modern era. And they said that the reason that a lot of men stopped wearing hats was largely due to John F. Kennedy and his practice of not wearing a hat. As a matter of fact, when he went down to Texas in 1963 on that tour that ultimately resulted in his death on November 22nd, I think it was the mayor of Fort Worth presented him a cowboy hat, and he was holding it there, and he said, well, I'll put it on Monday at the White House if you'll come and see me put it on. They were wanting to see him put it on, but he just would not do it. Now, my daddy taught me how to wear a hat, and I still wear a hat today, and I noticed that it's become a trademark around school of Dr. Lovelace wearing a hat. So anyway, enjoy the hats. In the last 24 hours, Assistant Chief Hopper reported that SDO has responded to 2 mutual aid house fires, 1 vehicle fire, and they also assisted EMS. And also, we want to congratulate Greg Roop for being elected as our new fire chief. Also, at a recent awards banquet, Assistant Chief Hopper was named Firefighter of the Year. So congratulations. Also, birthdays today, we got April Poor, and also our very own Jim Brewer. Jim is celebrating his birthday today, so Jim, happy birthday. Also, no anniversaries or events to report, so if anybody in Radio Land has those, y'all know you can email them to me at sdoevent@gmail.com. Today, it's going to be overcast in the fire district with a possible slight chance of a rain shower, a high of 49. Tonight, considerable cloudiness and low of 38, and a lot of us were really hoping we might get some of that white stuff called snow, but looks like the Lord has decided in this area to hold off on that, so maybe next time. Sunrise is coming up at 7:35 a.m. Sunset will be at 5:37. The moon is in the waxing crescent phase right now, and the signs today, well, they're in the head, and that's a killing sign, green thumb, so no planning today, so take it easy. And the moon is still in the light phase. And finally, why do golfers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing?
Oh,
no clue.
No, I don't know.
Well, that's just in case they get a hole-in-one.
That's right.
And that's all I got to report, guys, on this lovely day.
On this day in 1797, one of the reasons it's National Hat Day, the first top hat was worn by John Etherington of London.
Very cool.
It caused a sensation, and it was terrifying because he was wearing a hat that was that tall.
Wow.
Wow.
Nobody.
Cool.
He was actually arrested for that. Crown.
Oh my goodness.
That
reminds me of that.
The man who gave it a head start into fame and fashion was a haberdasher, John Hetherington, who on this day appeared in court after he had stepped out on the streets of London wearing the distinctive headgear. It caused a sensation. The headgear was the tall top hat. So much that a crowd formed, and Hetherington was eventually arrested and given a summons for disturbing the public.
Wow.
In court, he was found guilty of wearing a hat that was calculated to frighten timid people.
Oh, my goodness.
He was bound over to keep the peace in consideration of a sum of 50 pounds. The arresting officer told that nobody had seen anything like that before. He had such a tall and shiny construction on his head that it might have terrified nervous people. The sight of this construction was so overstated that various women fainted, children began to cry, dogs started to bark,
Good Lord.
and one child broke his arm among all the jostling.
Wow. So people were offended back then.
Yeah, by a hat.
By a hat. Well, it must have came back because who was our president that used to wear a big top hat?
Oh, Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, yeah, Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
I'd like to say happy birthday to Jim Brewer, one of a congregation members of our church. I have found one thing that is older than Jim Brewer.
What's that?
Dirt.
Oh, happy birthday, Jim.
Jim will get me for that one.
Yeah, he'll get payback. Payback's crazy.
Great. Is that all you got for us this morning?
That's all we got, guys.
All right. Have a good one, Tracy.
Thank you. Y'all have a blessed one.
Bye-bye.
All right, you too. Take care.
I looked right over at what Slide typed and read Tracy and said it. 21 minutes after 7 o'clock. Continuing our call around report, going to check in with Chris Melton, Chimney Rock Fire District next.
Hey, check out this sweet metal detector I got with my tax refund. I'm gonna have a new smartphone in no time.
Why didn't you just go to Bark Mobile?
Why would I buy a smartphone when I can find one?
They'll give you a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G when you switch. Or you can get 3 months of service with unlimited data for just $90 when you switch and bring your own device.
Whoa, how'd you find those deals?
My metal detector.
Really?
No.
Make your tax refund howl with Bark Mobile. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details or visit mybarkmobile.com/terms and conditions. Offer expires March 31st, 2024.
North Washington Street Banking Company, well, it's a brand new business right here in Rutherford County, and you'll never guess where they're located. North Washington
Well, exactly.
Street. There you go. They specialize in cupcakes, brownie bars, cookies, pies, cake by the slice. You can order a whole cake. Scones in many different flavors. Enjoy the almond and chocolate croissants. Also lemon blueberry, fresh strawberry, and cranberry pecan. Or the delicious sweet potato muffin or sweet bread. Go to 838 North Washington Street in Rutherfordton, right up there near Tony's Produce, or call them at 828-827-3747. Trust me, it's a sweet experience. Going up to the Chimney Rock Fire District, and Chris Melton with us this morning. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. Y'all doing good today?
We are. You having to work today?
No, I'm off.
Oh, he's another one of these
Look at that.
people that are off today.
Well, make your way to the Blue Room because you can have it. I'm gonna go on and do something for another hour.
All these people that were off today, we should have just had them all come in and do their.
All gathered around,
Yeah.
we'll sing Kumbaya and roast marshmallows.
And I could have went to Granny's Bakery and got us some donuts.
There you go. They're closed on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They're closed on Mondays. Oh, well.
Chris, anything happening up that way?
Not a whole lot. Had Bills Creek ran 2 medical calls just this over the weekend, and that's it. Been a good day.
Well,
That's right.
that
Got
was
like a nice quiet weekend.
Yeah, it sure is. That's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Chris, we'll let you get back to enjoying your day off. Don't get in too much trouble, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
I'll try.
Thanks. Bye.
Have a good day.
Chris
You
Melton,
too.
that report from the Chimney Rock Fire District. Going to check in over at Ballstick with Miss DeVern Upton. Coming up.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
24 minutes after 7 o'clock, that's going to find us over in Ballstick with DeVern Upton. DeVern, good morning.
Good morning. How are you on this good morning?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful.
Good, good.
What's going on over in Boston, DeVern? Ballstick.
Well, we have a temperature of 42 degrees. Fire department assisted Ellenborough and Far City on some fire calls. We have 2 birthdays. Dorothy Harrell, she turned 93 today. And we want to wish her a happy, happy birthday. And Nathan Chapman. And There will be free clothes giveaway the 27th of this month at 10 o'clock at Faith Baptist Church there in Forest City. And don't forget to stop in at our Bee Supply store here on Depot Street and get your Bee Supply items. And she has some beautiful shirts in there. And hope everyone has a wonderful Monday and stay safe.
All right, DeVern, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, bye-bye. DeVern Upton with that report from the Ballstick Fire District. Going to move over to the Mount Vernon Fire District. Speak with Robbie Samuel next.
Cheryl, have you been to the Homeworks Design Center inside Henson Building Materials in Forest City?
Oh, yes. Shana, David, and William are incredible at designing kitchen and bath cabinetry for my new she shed.
Your what?
And they have a full line of windows and doors on display in their 5,000 square foot showroom. And they'll install any ones you pick out for me.
Oh, you're too good to me.
I know. With selling and installing, it's basically one-stop shopping.
Henson Building Materials, 177 Duke Street, Forest City.
Building starts here.
26 minutes after 7 o'clock. Robbie Samuel, good morning.
Oh, good morning. How are you?
Robbie, are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
Ready,
And
Freddie.
now for something completely different. Ready always.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, I turned up the wrong thing here.
What?
Here we go.
And now for something completely different.
Did you know that crossing your arms forces your body to engage both sides of your brain, making it easier to focus and solve difficult problems? We force our brain to work harder to process information from both sides of our body. This increased neutral activity can help us stay alert, focused, and better able to tackle complex tasks and problems. So if you're having a problem, cross both of your arms.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I can't think of any problems I need to solve.
I've got plenty of problems I need to solve.
Cross
and
your
I was,
arms.
well, I can't. I'm holding my phone.
Put it down across your arms, see if it helps.
Oh,
Okay,
that didn't work.
It didn't help me.
Okay, that ain't no good.
But you often think about that when you're trying to solve it. When you get frustrated over something you're doing, you kind of just cross your arms like,
Right.
oh, God.
That might be why, because it's bringing both of your
both sides
of your brain. It engages both sides of your brain. Anyway.
There's a lot of
That's
people who should
interesting,
walk
though.
around crossed armed all the time.
I know, I believe it.
They should stay crossed armed permanently.
I might be one of them.
Well, no.
Oh,
Robbie, are you
how
off
are you
today or
doing,
you
Robbie?
having to work today?
Do what? I'm sorry.
Are you off today or are you having to work today?
Yeah, no, I'm off today, so hopefully it'll be a good day.
Maybe I need to call the hospital and see if I'm off today.
No.
I don't remember being off, but
You should. Just call and tell them I'm taking the day.
if I get there about 9, if I get there and ain't nobody there by 9:30, I'll
Yeah.
know we had a day off.
Well, I know me and Lou's not off because we got to pick up a problem and solve. Just pick it up and go on
That's
with it from
right.
Friday. So
Go on with it.
we're problem
That's all.
solvers.
That's right. Cross your arms while you do it.
I'm telling you, I'm going to.
Robbie, what you got for us this morning?
Yeah, not a whole lot. Just want to remind everybody that the town offices is closed today. They'll be back open tomorrow morning. Normal time, 8 o'clock. Trash pickup will start back tomorrow. And other than that, it's not a whole lot going on. Weekend was a pretty good weekend. It was Hudlow and Ruston. They didn't have a whole lot of calls to respond, so hopefully today will be a good day. Maybe getting ready for some cold weather this week. Just want to take a minute and remind everybody to keep your heaters cleaned out from around, 3 foot around your space heaters. And if you're going to fill up any kind of kerosene heaters or anything, take them outside and make sure they're turned off. You'd be surprised at the folks that do it while they're still trying to burn the heater, which some people can get by with it, but there's one time it just might not work out too well.
That is a disaster waiting to happen.
I have never
Yes, it is.
been a fan of burning kerosene inside a house.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of that. With them kerosene heaters.
Yeah, I know. They're scary.
Yeah.
But
I ain't never been a fan of it, but Lord, I tell you, I'd take it on a 17-degree night, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Most
yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. There was one time we moved over to Ballstick from just right off Main Street in Forest City. Moved over to Ballstick out in the middle of nowhere. And I remember there was one time we had a big snowstorm and our power went out.
Mhm.
Well, somehow Daddy had produced one of these kerosene heaters and set it right in the middle of the kitchen.
Yeah.
And that's how we kept warm.
Yep.
When the power was out for like 3 days.
Oh yeah, Mom. We used to have one growing up. Betty would always.
Crazy.
It throws off the heat. That's for sure.
But now we got propane, and we can just turn on. I can go downstairs and turn the fireplace on.
Yeah.
I need to.
Well, we can't turn our fireplace on. We have to put wood in there and light a fire. We have to live the old-fashioned way.
I got to pick up the remote and go click. And fire.
It must be nice to be you, Todd.
Instant fire.
Yeah. Yeah, propane's a whole lot cleaner. That's for sure. It don't black. You know, a lot of those kerosene heaters will put off that old black smoke too, and it's kind of.
Oh, especially if you let one run out of fuel.
Yep.
Oh, it'll start smoking like crazy. Oh, I hate that. Anyway. Yeah. Well, Robbie, we appreciate you. Hope you have a good Monday.
Go back to bed.
Yeah, go back, lay back down, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
All right. Well, y'all have a good morning.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Robbie Samuel with that report from the Mount Vernon Fire District. We're catching a lot of these people waking up. That's what we're doing.
Ain't it wonderful?
Ain't it wonderful? We're going to be
We're waking them up.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Everybody has to be up this morning.
Going over to Sue Price, Sunshine, Cherry Mountain Fire District after this.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
7:31 on this Monday morning, going to Sue Price over in the Sunshine Cherry Mountain Fire District. Sue, good morning.
Good morning. Y'all are sounding good this morning.
Oh, we appreciate it.
I'm happy on a Monday morning.
We try to bring the brightness and the
happiness
with us.
We're good actors and actresses, aren't we?
Well, that's all right.
First
Sue,
thing, how's Richard?
Well, he's doing better. He's still in the hospital.
Yeah.
But the doctor told him yesterday he still had some pneumonia in the lungs, and he did. Richard asked him when he could go home. He told him to talk about it later.
Oh, no, that's a sign for Richard, just hush up. No, he needs to get better before he comes home.
Oh, no, he just...
I know he wants to come home so bad, though.
Yeah.
He just ain't nothing like home.
There's not, just to recover. And you can't sleep really good in a hospital because it's even at night it's aggravating. They come in and out, and
by the time you get to sleep, they're back in.
Yep, they're back in again.
Take your blood pressure or something. Get some more blood, or
they're so loud in the halls. It's like they're partying through the night there.
It's good when you have to be there, but nobody wants to go.
That's right.
We just want to get him better and get him back home.
No, I do. Well, let's see. I don't have a lot to report this morning. Didn't have anything from our department that I know of. And the only birthday I have is on my personal calendar today, and it's for Jenny Abbey. So I hope Jenny's going to have a good day. I know it's not a good time for her. She's Bert's sister. So we're all still a little bit sad, but we know he's better off. He was in bad shape there at the end, so we got that on our mind that he's better, a lot better off now. He's home to the big house, so that's a good thing. And I don't have anything else that I know of. I haven't had any announcements come in. Nobody's called me about anything. So if anybody has anything for their churches or whatever, I'd be glad to put it on. But you have to let me know. I can't do it unless I know.
You don't have ESP, do you?
I got ESPN. Oh.
Oh.
But I hope y'all have a good day today.
You too, Sue.
Right,
Take
Sue,
care.
We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Stay warm.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Sue Price with that report from the Sunshine Cherry Mountain Fire District. Let's know what's happening over in that way. Well, speaking of Sunshine Cherry Mountain, Washburn General Store. If you've never been up that way, I want you to go there and check it out. That's your old-time local hometown general store. The Washburn family has been serving our county with a love for people. They've got a store full of old-time merchandise, and they've got a lot of new stuff, too. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 until 4:30, and Saturdays, 9:30 until 3 on the Bostic Sunshine Highway in Bostic, North Carolina. Fresh bologna sandwiches, you can get those with hoop cheese, cold drinks. Stop by there and tell Ann, Catherine, Casey, Rita, and Debbie that Todd and Tracy sent you by, and you'll be glad you did. Washburn's store since 1831. Guess what? Sleds are now in stock, and they got all kind of things for winter.
So bring on the snow. Do our snow dances.
And go get a sled at Washburn's and just sled your tail
Let's see
back
if
home.
Kim Beatty's listening. I think she's the one that always did the snow dance. Yeah.
Go ahead
Kim.
and do it. Let us know how it turns out. We're heading up to Tina White, Shingle Hollow next.
Don't let the pest bug you when Hutchins Pest Control is as close as a phone call. Honest, dependable, professional, and on-time service is the reason they continue to be voted best in pest control. Licensed in North and South Carolina and fully insured and bonded. Free estimates when you call Hutchins Pest Control, and you can be sure that job is going to be done right. That's Hutchins Pest Control. Call them today at 287-5171, and they'll be right there.
Thank goodness.
7:36 on this Monday morning. Tina White, all chipper, ready to go this morning. Good morning, Tina.
Good morning, good morning. What a wonderful Monday morning.
We have finally got our girl back in full swing.
I am loving it, too. If you look out your window right now to the sunrise and the red sky, it is beautiful. So everybody look out.
You know what? I just had a thought about something. Todd, when we get moved up to downtown Rutherfordton, we're going to have that big old window that we can right now we can't never really see
We
good.
can look at the building across the road.
Well, we can. We'll be still looking at the sky.
You can still see outside.
Yeah.
That's different than the blue room where you are now.
Exactly, because we're. I don't know if we're going to be able. Well,
I don't know which direction that is.
Well, the thing I was just getting to, it's going to have a big old outside window.
There we go.
Yeah.
We should put us a camera up on top of the building and point it toward wherever the sunlight is, or the sunrise.
Yeah.
And film the sunrises every morning. That'd be pretty.
And we'll dedicate that to Tina because we just now had that conversation.
That's right.
Well, I do love the sky. I love the sunrise, the sunset, stars, the moon. You know, all of it. I love it.
I do too.
But it is so good to listen to the cow whisperer this morning. And Todd, I told you on Friday to stay safe. So you're not supposed to be falling around, hurting your knees.
Just one of them things.
I hate I missed that, though. Wouldn't you like to have seen that on video?
No.
Oh, it was just a little slip.
I don't either.
It was just a little slip, and then I was like,
I just got through telling him it's a good thing he didn't break it.
Yeah.
I know.
Sure.
It's easy to do.
You'd be laid up right now instead of being right here.
And we miss you when you're not around.
Yeah, we do. We do. We miss you.
Well,
we miss Todd.
About Shingle Hollow. 39 degrees up here, so it's cold. And the fire department had one medical call on Saturday. There's no birthdays on any of the church calendars or anniversaries, but on my personal calendar, Monty Monteith he is celebrating a birthday today. So if you know Monty, tell him happy birthday. And I found out about the Gilkey Community Breakfast, the buffet breakfast. It is going to be February 10th, so from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Plan on being at the Gilkey School Community Center.
February 10th. I'm going to write that down.
Yes, so the fellow that's listening, Saturday, February 10th, go get a good breakfast. And Todd, you and Karen need to go out and enjoy breakfast there too.
Oh, I usually go there.
What time do they normally start that? At
7 a.m.
7, okay.
It goes 7 to 10, I believe.
7 to 10. I'm sure we'll be getting calls about that, so I was going to jot that down.
Well, this Wednesday, too, there at the Gilkey School Community Center, the 17th, from 11 to 11:30, they're doing a free lunch. So if you're in the area, want a free lunch, stop there between 11 and 11:30 this Wednesday.
Is that the Gilkey? What did you say this was?
Yeah.
Old Gilkey School.
The old Gilkey School.
I think it's called the Gilkey Community Center now.
Yes, it is.
I know as soon as we get off the air, we'll start getting phone calls in about this. So I was trying to get all the information correct.
Okay. Well, I want to remind you, too, about Kevin Lovelace being the instructor of a concealed handgun permit course. And that's going on this Saturday, 8 a.m. it starts. It's $60, and it's there at the old Green Hill School where the American Legion post is. His phone number is 429-7476. Call him, get registered for that. And then mark your calendars and plan on coming to Piney Knob Baptist Church on the 21st, 6 p.m. to hear Rick Strickland sing. He is, I just love to hear him. Again, that's at Piney Knob Baptist Church, January 21st at 6 p.m. And I want to remind people, too, about this Thursday, Trinity Christian School is having their open house. It's from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Such a wonderful school. Teaches our kids about Jesus. They pray together. They study together. The kids just...
Is Trinity's out today, right?
We love it at Trinity.
Is Trinity's out today, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think all schools should be off today because it's a national holiday.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Well, anyway, that's this Thursday. Plan on going. And that's all I've got this morning, I think.
All right, Tina.
All right, lady. Will you go back and have you a wonderful day with Nevaeh?
All I'm going to, and I am just praising God that my voice is back and my throat's not hurting and I'm not coughing my head off. So I'm so happy. Praising God.
We're happy for you. We're glad for you.
Y'all stay safe out there, and God bless each one of you.
Thanks, Tina.
Thank you, Tina.
Bye-bye. Tina White with that report from the Shingle Hollow Fire District. Going to check in with Brenda Kelly over in Union Mills after this.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush, brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
$7:42 on this Monday morning. Brenda was asking me about my diet. Ever since, I was out there 3 weeks with my leg.
Yeah.
Ever since then, it's kind of...
But you hadn't gained any
Yeah,
back.
I mean, I'm maintaining right
yeah.
there. Yeah, just can't. Of course, I did stop taking my Ozempic.
Yeah.
My shot. Not doing that anymore. It got expensive.
Yeah.
Really quick.
I've heard they're expensive.
So, yeah.
Did that shot make you sick?
No, it didn't. No.
I had a friend that took it, and she got so sick. I told her, I said, if you don't quit taking that, you're going to die. I mean, she
I think it helped me with the weight loss, and I may look back into getting it, where I was at. They weren't gonna. Something happened. They wanted me to do home delivery, which made the prices jack way up. So I'm like.
How often do you do that? Once a week or once a month? Or
yeah, it was
once a month, ain't it?
Oh,
once a week.
Oh, once a week.
Once a week. Oh, okay.
Yep, usually did it on like Thursday mornings. But yeah, I mean, if you can stand it, I think it's a good thing if you can stand taking it. I did that. Seemed like it was helping. So
it does. It really does work.
Are you diabetic?
No. Well, not anymore.
I mean, was you then?
I was pre-diabetic. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
My A1C was 7.2, which was diabetic, and now it's 5.9, which is just right out of the spectrum there. So, yeah, still feeling good, still doing what I need to, still eating right.
That's good. I know my friend, she's diabetic, and her A1Cs was way up there, and that's why they put her on it, but it made her sick. I mean, sick.
Yeah, I've known people that made you sick, too.
The 3 weeks I was out led right up into the holidays, where you really ain't no point dieting in November and December.
Yeah,
no, they ain't. That's right. You just forget it.
Yeah, I'm getting back at it.
Well, good. That's good. Well, let's see. I've got 34 degrees on the front porch this morning. I don't have any birthdays, any anniversaries. I do have an announcement. I think Tina covered it. Gilkey School Community Center at 217 Gilkey School Road. Pleased to introduce free takeout meal. These are takeout. You don't go in. You have to take it out. Meal program every third Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Come out. Everyone welcome, and they'll pass them out till they run out. So that'll be March the 17th. And so far, that's the only announcement I know of that I've got going on. So it's just short, sweet, and quiet up here. And we didn't get no snow, but I don't guess it's too late. We can still get it.
Yeah, we still get some.
March hadn't got here yet.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
that's our deadly month.
Oh, I know it. It's March is something else. Winter don't want to let go, and spring's saying, I don't want to get there yet, and they just fight amongst themselves.
They do, don't they? That's a good way to say that.
Yeah. Whereabouts in downtown Rutland are y'all going to be?
Right across from where the old legal grounds used to be. It'll be
where who?
Legal grounds. You know, the building they tore down on the right across from the courthouse there?
The Rexall drugstore.
Yes,
so
that's right.
If you go directly across the road there,
it has a green awning over it.
It's the second building on the right.
Okay.
Second
there.
building in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Me and Lou went over Friday and checked it out and walked around, and it's bigger than I thought it was on back through there. We're excited.
Y'all be close to the courthouse.
Yeah, we will. Yep. So if any of us have any violations, we'll have to walk across the street.
Oh, my goodness. But anyway, I guess you better go to Ellenburg and check on Luke the Sweet Thing, because he wasn't on the radio Saturday.
No, we'll do it.
All righty.
Yeah. And we'll catch you later.
Thanks, Brenda.
All right, take care, Brenda.
Bye-bye. Brenda Kelly with that report from Union Mills Fire District. We are going to check in with Luther Gillikin after this.
It's a family tradition, caring for your family at a time of sorrow and need. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, owned and operated by the Crow family, has been a part of our community for over 65 years. They've been recognized for the highest level of professional service. Crow's pinpoints every service detail to ensure your family has the best service possible. Any questions, call the staff at Crow's 286-2304. They'll be happy to speak with you about pre-funeral needs as well. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, 118 College Avenue, Rutherford, or visit them at www.crowmortuary.com.
13 minutes till 8 o'clock on this Monday morning. Luther Gillikin with us from the Ellenboro Fire District. Luther, good morning.
Good morning. Hope you two are having a great time up there like I am here.
Oh, yeah.
We surely are.
Good. You enjoy life while you got it.
Good old Mondays.
Yeah.
We're going to make the best of it.
Yeah, we laid around all weekend, did nothing. Boy, it's good to get back to work.
Oh, that's boy. Right. Couldn't wait. It was just on my list.
That's right. But it's quiet down here this morning. Not a whole lot happening. See, over the weekend, the fire department, they had 2 brush fires, had 1 chimney fire, had 2 medical calls. So they're not doing anything this morning. They just wait and see what happens. Nothing else going on down here. So you two have a great day up there. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Luther, we'll see you then. Thanks.
Take care now.
Take care.
Luther Gillikin with that report from the Ellenboro Fire District wraps up our call-around report for this Monday. Folks, Granny Bees, they are our sponsor for the morning birthdays and the birthday winner. You can go by there and get you some donuts. How about that orange twist? How about the Long John, the cream-filled donut, or the original glazed donut?
You know, the orange twist, that sounds like a dance.
Oh, yeah.
I think we need to make a dance out of the orange twist.
Or for lunch, you can stop in and get you a fresh salad or a delicious Granny Bee sub sandwich. They do beautiful cakes for showers, weddings, birthdays, or any occasion you need a cake. Or you can get those pinafores instead. Granny Bee's closed today. They'll be back open tomorrow, Tuesday through Friday, 9 until 7, Saturday, 9 until 6. Call them at 286-9012, located at 322 West Main Street in Spindale. If you're celebrating a birthday or anniversary today, give me a call. We'll have a birthday party or an anniversary party in your honor and give away a box of those pinafores. Compliments of WCAB, Pure Country, and Granny Bees.
A friend sent me a series of statements which are helpful for today's living. I pass them on to you. 1. Prayer is not a spare wheel that you pull out when in trouble. It is a steering wheel that directs us in the right path throughout life. 2. Our past is not as important as our future, so look ahead and move on. 3. Friendship is like a book. It takes a few seconds to burn, but it takes years to write. 4. Old friends are like gold. New friends are diamonds. If you get a diamond, don't forget the gold, because to hold a diamond, you always need a base of gold. 5. Often when we lose hope and think this is the end, God smiles from above and says, "Relax. This is just a bend, not the end." 6. A blind person asked St. Anthony, "Can there be anything worse than losing eyesight?" He replied, "Yes, losing your vision." And 7. Worrying does not take away tomorrow's troubles, but it does take away today's peace. This is Bill Hostler with today's key to confident living.
Happy birthday today to Jamie Flax. She's celebrating a birthday today. How about old Marshall Bubba Rumfelt down there? He's 43 years old today from Forest City. Dorothy Harrell, 93 years old today, lives over in Boston. And Nathan Chapman celebrating a birthday today as well. Tracy's going to pick us a winner out of that. They're going to give away a box of those Pinafores. Birthdays and events throughout history. On this day in 1948, Ronnie Van Zant, one of the original members of Lynyrd Skynyrd, died in a plane crash back in 1977. Today is his birthday. 1967, Lisa. You remember her?
Yes, I do.
Lisa and Cult Jam.
I remember that.
They were a big hit back in the 80s. Her birthday's today, 1967. American Pit Bull, he's a rapper. His birthday's today, 1981. This day in 1984, Ben Shapiro was born. 1861, the steam elevator is patented. Now, there's something I wouldn't have ridden. A steam-powered elevator.
Oh, gosh, that don't even sound safe, does it?
In 1870, the donkey was first used as the symbol of the Democratic Party. 1943, the Pentagon is completed. 1972, the TV show Emergency premieres on television. Remember that?
Yes, I had a big old crush on Randy Mantooth.
Today is National Bagel Day. Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, National Strawberry Ice Cream Day, and National Hat Day. So
and I think the winner should be Miss Dorothy
Harrell, 93 years old
93 years young today.
Boston, so enjoy some of those Pinafores. Compliments of Granny B's and WCAB Pure Country.
Pure Country.
Let's see if we can get a hold of Brother Wayne Rollins this morning over at Wayne's Lunchbox. See if we can get him on the phone, find out what's been happening in Wayne's World. Wayne's World, party time.
Party
Excellent.
time. There he is right now. Wayne, what's happening in your world?
Wayne's World, party time. Excellent.
Wayne's going, shut up.
Nah, you good. How y'all doing this morning?
Good, how are you?
I don't know. I felt like I ain't talked to y'all in a year.
It does feel that way. We've missed you.
It's been a little crazy. Of course, we were shut down for a couple of weeks during Christmas and stuff, and then last week I got bad sick, and I just couldn't. I was out all week. It was a terrible week.
Oh, no. Everybody's had that crud. Everybody's taking their turn.
I tell you, this time was a little different for me. I don't know, it's like I had a bad sinus infection. I had a headache all week long, and it took me about 3 days to get my headache to go away.
Oh.
Wow.
Know that feeling.
But other than that, we're back on track for today. Hopefully get started back up, and I don't know. They say it might snow between now and next year. I don't know. And we might get a slight dusting. We might get a foot, so who knows. But either way, Wayne's Lunchbox will be open, and we'll have you some good stuff cooked up. I think a few things have changed since I talked to you last. We are now doing the meats and vegetables at lunch.
Oh, okay.
So you can come by and, you get your hamburger steak, your fried flounder, your chicken tenders, the ham, the grilled chicken. You can get any of that, and we'll have our vegetables to go with it. Cream potatoes, green beans, corn, fried okra, and then some type of bean. I think today we're running pintos. So you get your meats and vegetables during lunchtime, so go by and take advantage of that. And a lot of people had been missing that, and we finally got everything back where we needed it to be so we could do those again. And then we may, we've talked to, I've talked to some of my staff, and maybe possibly next week starting up where we'll have salads at night.
Okay.
That's always been a big thing that people's always wanted us to do, the salads. And, again, we just hadn't had the staff and stuff to do some of the things that we wanted to do. But I'll fill y'all in more about that next week. But, hopefully we might get to start that. But be looking and come by. Check us out on Facebook. We got a lot of new things coming up. We will have some vegetable beef soup today, of course. Probably have soup all this week since it's supposed to be cold.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
So we'll definitely have some vegetable beef soup starting off with this week. But we've got a lot of new things coming up. We're going to run some different items, put some new items on the menu. So we've got a lot of things going on for 2024 and just trying to keep everything, switched up a little bit and give you a little bit more variety when you come by and check us out. So come on by and check us out today for lunch or dinner. And, of course, you can do that Monday through Thursday.
All right, Wayne, tell them where to find you.
We're over here at 391 East Main Street in Spindale, North Carolina.
There you go. Go by and see Wayne for lunch today or at supper. Either way. You'll be glad you did. Wayne, thanks so much. Have a good Monday.
Yes, sir. Y'all too. Thank y'all.
See you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Wayne, with Wayne's Lunchbox there, let us know what's happening over in that world. Folks, it's been great being here with you on this Monday. We'll be back here first thing tomorrow morning. And for the Tuesday morning edition of the Todd and Tracy Morning Show, coming up next, Lou Gillum in the Blue Room, bringing you all the news and events from around the area. And as for us, folks, be good to each other. It'll all come back around to you. We promise. Have a great Monday.
Take care.
It's real insane. It's real heartbreaking to to fathom. It's really crazy.
The volcanic eruption this weekend in southwestern Iceland sent lava pouring over multiple houses, setting them on fire, and not far from the world-famous Blue Lagoon. President of Iceland praised the people for their response to the disruption.
The people of Grindavik have proven their composure and resilience. It is a duty that befalls us all to ensure that they can continue to show themselves and others what they are made of.
You're listening to NCN News.
In North Carolina, child care centers are closing. Rates of depression and anxiety are rising in youth, and kids are going to bed hungry. This cannot be the future for our state's almost 3 million children. That's why NC Child is here, and we are advancing solutions that will help kids get the education they deserve, the health care they require, and the food they need. Learn more about how NC Child is helping all kids at ncchild.org. NC Child, the voice for North Carolina's children.
Medicaid eligibility has expanded in North Carolina. Are you an hourly worker working in a restaurant or in construction? Are you working in a child care facility or providing home health care? Are you self-employed, or maybe you're a farmer or recently discharged veteran? Health care is now within your reach at medicaid.nc.gov. Keep yourself and your family healthy. Enroll now at medicaid.nc.gov. That's medicaid.nc.gov. This message brought to you by Care for Carolina.
With growing threats to the alliance, NATO is planning one of its largest military exercises in decades.
Britain is sending troops to the exercise, citing increasing threats from China, Iran, North Korea, and Russia. British Defense Minister Grant Shapps.
The UK will be sending some 20,000 personnel to lead one of NATO's largest deployments since the end of the Cold War.
More than 30 other nations are sending troops. The exercise will take place in the North Atlantic, Norwegian Sea, and Baltic Sea.
It's a record year for enrollment at Wake Tech Community College for a spring 2024 session. More than 23,000 people are enrolled in degree programs. Wake Tech President Scott Rawls told NCN News.
Areas like healthcare, the skilled trades areas are in huge demand. Areas, whether it's electrician for new technicians, so areas in IT, cybersecurity for us has grown to our largest programs.
Miss America's Teen was crowned in Orlando Saturday night.
For Miss America's Teen 2024 is Miss North Carolina's Teen.
An Oscar frontrunner may be emerging after last night's awards show in Santa Monica.
The Critics' Choice Award goes to
Oppenheimer.
The movie about the man who designed the atomic bomb led the pack with 8 wins, including Best Picture on the CW. Its summer companion finished second with 6, including Best Comedy and Best Song.
And the critics' choice is... I'm just Ken, Barbie.
Biggest upset staged by Poor Things Emma Stone, who beat Killers of the Flower Moon's Lily Gladstone for Best Actress. On the TV side, The Bear and Beef snagged 4 awards apiece. Succession got 3. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Mike Riley, NCN News.
The music's on us on WCAB.
This is Dakota Livesay chronicling another true story taken from the 1800s, a time known to all as the Old West. When you're a scam artist, one of the first things you want to do is to know the mark. Back on January 14, 1870, a couple tried to scam a 16-year-old boy, and it didn't turn out too well.
Hey guys, welcome back to the hiking vlog.
How are you going live right now? We're literally halfway up a mountain. I haven't had service since we got here.
I just switched to Carolina West Wireless and got a new iPhone 15 totally free on a reliable network, so I can reach my followers from anywhere.
Maybe I should switch?
Activate and they'll throw in a free iPad and Apple Watch. Bundling it together saves over $1,700.
Okay, I'm sold.
Ready, set, go with Carolina West Wireless. See representative for details or visit carolinawest.com/terms and conditions. Offer expires March 31st, 2024.
It was a dreary January day when a young 16-year-old boy wandered into Cosey, Texas, looking for companionship. And since young boys usually get what they're looking for, this young boy met a pretty girl, and they made arrangements to meet later at her place. The boy arrived at the appointed hour, and the two of them continued getting along famously. Then someone stepped on the porch and pounded on the door. The girl said it was her sweetheart. The door sprang open and the boyfriend entered. Expressing outrage at the situation, the boyfriend demanded $100 or he would kill the young boy. The young boy explained that he only had about $50 or $60 in his pocket, but if he could go to the stable, he had more money in his saddlebags. He would get it and be right back. Not a fool, the boyfriend said. Give me what you have first. Nervously, the young boy reached in his pocket and pulled out the money, dropping some on the floor. The boyfriend reached down to get the money, and when he raised back up, the young boy's pistol was pointing at his face. Without a moment's hesitation, the gun went off and the boyfriend fell over dead with a hole in his head. Incidentally, the young man was in Cosey, Texas, because he had barely escaped from Horn Hill, Texas, where he had killed another man. And the man in Horn Hill wasn't his first. He had killed about 6 prior to this. Oh yes, the young boy's name, John Wesley Hardin, one of the Old West's most famous cold-blooded killers. There's a lesson here. Con men should always check out their mark. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Compassion, commitment, and professionalism. These are the qualities family members need at a time of sorrow. That's why families in Rutherford County turn to Harrelson Funeral Home. The professional staff at Harrelson Funeral Home in Forest City understands your sadness, your loneliness, and your need for guidance. You'll know when you turn to Harrelson Funeral Home that your deepest concerns will be felt. You need someone to listen and guide you through the process of planning a funeral. That's why you need Harrelson Funeral Home. To make it easier on you at that difficult time, plan early for services you'll want for your loved ones. Call Harrelson Funeral Home today. That phone number is 657-6383. See why Harrelson Funeral Home is the choice for you. 1251 Highway 221A, Forest City.
Does that old tractor or lawnmower have more electrical tape or duct tape holding it together than you want to admit? Well, maybe it's time to see Phil Sheehan and his staff at NC Tractor for a new Massey Ferguson tractor or mower. Massey Ferguson is a company that's been around for over 175 years. That says a lot about a company. And paired with Phil Sheehan, who's been in business for over 25 years, that says a lot about Phil and his staff. Knowledgeable about their product, and they stand behind every sale. Massey Ferguson is the last tractor you'll ever need. NC Tractor, a dependable and reliable company company that'll be there after the sale. NC Tractor on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
Good morning. This is Cameron coming to you from the Blue Room with your weather forecast. Today you can expect mostly sunny conditions at highs near 50. So mostly cloudy overnight with lows around 30. Monday, so mostly cloudy with isolated showers at highs near 45. So mostly cloudy overnight with a chance of a wintry mix with lows around 30. For Tuesday, it's mostly cloudy with slight chance of a wintry mix with highs near 45. Partly cloudy overnight with lows around 20. And that was your weather forecast here on Pure Country 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
Where it's 5 minutes past 8 o'clock, and as we have talked about in the last few days, it's the weather that's in the forecast again. Cold temperatures are on the way for us, but if you're going to be traveling in the mountains, you may want to check ahead. There is a winter weather advisory in effect for a lot of counties, mountain counties, starting from 1 a.m. until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, some of those counties include Haywood, Avery, Macon, Madison, Mitchell, Northern Jackson, and Yancey counties. Looking for light snow accumulations of 1 to 4 inches possible in those areas. Again, for us, it's dangerously cold temperatures. Now, as the winter storm gets closer to western North Carolina, forecasts have remained the same for the counties closer to the North Carolina-Tennessee border, but have changed for more toward the east. A winter storm warning is in effect for Swain and Graham counties from early this morning into tomorrow morning. 7 western North Carolina counties are under a winter weather advisory, while more eastern counties like Buncombe, Henderson, McDowell, we have no alerts just yet. Now, as of yesterday, there were no active alerts for southern Jackson, Henderson, or Buncombe or McDowell County, and more counties east of the I-40 corridor. Now, taking a look at our forecast for today and for this week. Now, today we're looking for cloudy skies, scattered showers. It's going to be warm. Look for highs around 50 degrees. Now, cloudy tonight, lows around 35. Still maybe a chance of rain. Tomorrow, cloudy, highs around 45, but that wind chill as low as 25 degrees. Clear tomorrow night, lows around 15, but that wind chill as low as 6 degrees. Sunshine for Wednesday, highs around 45. Again, that wind chill as low as 6 degrees. Becoming clear overnight for Wednesday, lows around 20. Then Thursday, partly cloudy, highs around 50. Thursday night, here comes that chance of a wintry mix. Lows around 30 degrees. That wintry mix continues into Friday morning, but look for highs eventually on Friday, warming around 45 degrees. And then Friday night and Saturday are going to be the 2 worst days. Now, Friday night, clear, lows around 15, but that wind chill, 2 degrees. Then sunny for Saturday, highs around 35, but that wind chill, 1 degree. So we've got some dangerously cold temperatures coming our way. If you have a senior citizen that lives near you that may not have enough wood for their fireplace, or check on their kerosene, their gas, whatever they're using, make sure they've got plenty of heat, something to heat with. And back to the weather. Due to the massive amounts of rainfall that we got last Tuesday, the bridge crossing Second Broad River on Highway 74 was closed due to the damages. Now, that bridge was initially closed with the expectancy to reopen within a week, but as of Thursday of last week at 11 a.m., the bridge was reopened. The bridge has been reduced to 1 lane while the Department of Transportation continues working to remedy the damage to the bridge. Now, here's a reminder, beginning next Monday, January the 22nd, Green Street will be closed between North Cleghorn and Allen Streets, and this is due to the construction of the new bridge being built. Local traffic for those residents still living on Green Street will have access to their home. However, all other traffic must detour around the closure as the NCDOT and Wright Brothers Construction are going to be working to construct that bridge. And there will be a new street configuration. The reconstructed Green Street will include that bridge that will pass over the 221 bypass. Access does remain open to Second Baptist Church, but you have to go to North Main Street or Cleghorn Street to get access to Second Baptist. Green Street is going to be closed starting next Monday for the rest of the year. And there still are a few remaining homes at the end of Green Street, though those houses, the structures along most of Green Street, most of it's been demolished. So the major traffic people needing to get around will need to use Cleghorn. Well, 3 months ago, that family in Cleveland County that was displaced from their home by a massive sewage backup that left inches of contaminated water swirling through their new house at Pinnacle Crossing in Shelby. Well, they had to move out of their house. They had just moved from Colorado, closed on what they were calling their forever home back in December 2021. They settled in. Their 2 children are in school, pouring time and expense into landscaping at the White House at the end of the cul-de-sac. Now, the family is embroiled in a nightmare with mounting expenses and a house they can't sell it because they can't afford to restore it. Michelle Taylor said they'll never move back into the house but are left with the property and $95,000 worth of bills from American Restoration. She said they're still waiting on answers from the city and they have retained an attorney. Currently, the house on Pinnacle Crossing off South Post Road has been stripped down to the floor joist and is an empty shell. Biohazard teams had to clean out the house shortly after the incident. Now, Taylor said on October the 19th, her 6-year-old son heard a sound like waves of water shortly after. Then sewage came bursting out of their toilets, out of the showers, flooding the floors, destroying most of their belongings. And to add insult to injury, she said the insurance company will not cover the bill from American Restoration beyond $10,000 for the sewer endorsement for which they use their attorney's retainer fees, because it was determined that the incident happened at the end of the street and not on Taylor's property. She said an insurance adjuster for the city of Shelby came out and checked the sewer line and found an obstruction. Taylor later described it as a boulder. The door leading to the house from the garage of Michelle Taylor on Pinnacle Crossing after her and her husband and 2 children were displaced, everything's gone. Now, so far, Taylor said they haven't gotten any answers from the city of Shelby on how this happened or if it could basically happen again. They remain in limbo, unable to finish construction on their home, unable to sell it. Now, Taylor and American Restoration is threatening to put a lien on their property in the next 15 days if they don't pay the $94,545 fees for the biohazard complete work. The family of 4 is living in a rental house, which luckily the insurance company has been covering. In the meantime, friends, family, and members of the community have rallied around them and are attempting to raise money through a Valentine raffle. Taylor said many local businesses have contributed to the Taylor Family Mega Raffle, and a live drawing is planned to 6 to 8 o'clock on Tuesday, February the 13th at the Upper Lounge at Izzy Q Barbecue at 127 West Marion Street in Shelby. She said there have been many contributors, including Shiny New Tattoo, Hannah's Coffee House, Queen Bee Home Decor, Red Breeches Barbecue, a lot of businesses in Shelby helping this family out. She said, thank God that they moved to a community where people are so gracious. She didn't believe that she would be living in an area where people came to help so well. She said it's comforting and refreshing to know that we have such a huge support system within our community and in our neighborhood. She said that is the silver lining to that black cloud. The Taylor family would like to express their extreme gratitude for all the donations, love, and continued prayers. And if you happen to be in Shelby, pick up a raffle ticket. It's $5 for one, $5 for $10, 20 for 20, and you can get them at Hannah's Coffee House, or you can call Michelle Taylor at 704-300-2322. Let them know Rutherford County loves them too. It's 12 minutes past 8 o'clock. We'll take a look at those local obituaries, and we'll take a look at what else is going on in the area. Obituaries are being brought to you by Crow's Mortuary. It's a family tradition, caring for your family at a time of sorrow and need. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, owned and operated by the Crow family, has been a part of our community for over 65 years. They've been recognized for the highest level of professional service. Crow's pinpoints every service detail to ensure your family has the best service possible. Any questions, call the staff at Crow's 286-2304. They'll be happy to speak with you about pre-funeral needs as well. Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services, 118 College Avenue, Rutherford, or visit them at www.crowmortuary.com. Lois Sullivan Huynh, 89, passed away on Wednesday, January the 10th. A private service will be held for the family. However, online condolences may be made at crowmortuary.com. Crow's Mortuary in charge of the arrangements for Lois Sullivan Huynh. William Burt Sigmund passed away on Saturday at the age of 69. A memorial service will be held at 2 o'clock on Saturday at the Waldensian Presbyterian Church in Valdez. The family will receive friends from 12:15 until 1:45 at the church. Memorials in his memory may be made to the Waldensian Presbyterian Church, Broughton Hospital, or to Fairview Mountain Ministries. Online condolences may be made at washburndorsey.com. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements for William Burt Sigmund. And that is the morning obituaries on WCAB. You can hear complete obituaries of others that come in throughout the morning at 11:30 this morning. Coffee for the Soul is next.
Good morning. I'm Pastor Lee Coyle. Welcome to Coffee for the Soul, a brief devotion designed to jumpstart your service to Christ today. Nothing gets my body and spirit going in the morning like a hot cup of coffee and a fresh challenge from God's Word. Have you ever spoken or heard the phrase, a word for the wise? It is an old idiom that lets a person of a certain level of astuteness know that he or she is about to receive a word of wisdom. This is Proverbs week here at Coffee for the Soul. So with that in mind, please hear me say a word to the wise. Step one in gaining life-enriching knowledge and wisdom is to have reverence and respect and an awareness of the greatness of God in our hearts, minds, and attitudes. Proverbs 1:7 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction." Now, of course, to fear the Lord is not about being afraid of the Lord. It means to hold great respect, honor, and reverence for Him. It is to recognize His holiness, greatness, and His righteousness. When we realize and hold to the truth that God is above us, beyond us, bigger than us, and is gracious, merciful, patient, eternal, and yet is a personal God, that He has the last word on our lives, and thus listen, learn, love, labor, and live accordingly, that is having the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord that makes us teachable and open to the wisdom of God for daily living. We are living in a culture and a time when many people find it difficult to listen to opposing thoughts or words of correction. God, however, says in His Word numerous places, as is recorded in Proverbs 1:7, fools despise wisdom and instruction. So if our attitude is that of we know it all, or that no one can tell us anything, or we are unwilling to listen open-mindedly to the counsel of persons who love us and want the best for us, well, God's Word says that we're fools. Not that we're stupid and incapable of learning and gaining knowledge and wisdom, but that we are being foolish because we lack the humility required to admit that we may not have all the answers. God has given us His Word, His Holy Spirit, the witness of the church, and godly people who truly care about us to help us grow and make the best choices in life. Step one is true reverence for God. Now, that's Coffee for the Soul.
If you need a legal consultation regarding wills, real estate, closings, Medicaid planning, or just legal representation, contact attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Ken Baldwin at the Arledge Law Firm on East Court Street in Rutherfordton. They offer years of experience and expertise. Arledge Law Firm is your local professional law firm that really cares about their clients, and it shows. Whatever the situation you're facing, call 828-287-3338. Let the professional team go to work for you.
There's a new business in Rutherford County called Southside Pizza, owned and operated by none other than the owner of Gregor's Original. So you know it's got to be delicious. They're located right across from Florence Baptist Church at 235 South Powell Street in Forest City, offering wings, pizza by the slice, a salad bar, grinders, pasta dishes, or specialty pizzas. Dine in or call in your orders, 828-305-7867. That's Southside Pizza on Powell Street in Forest City. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 11 until 8, Friday and Saturdays, 11 till 9, closed Sunday and Monday. Coming up on 18 minutes past 8 o'clock. 39 degrees right now under cloudy skies. Looking for rain to move into the area later on today. Well, taking a look at some of our other news stories. A new report detailed in a North Carolina Health Department letter to Mission Hospital shows Mission may be at risk of losing federal funding and Medicare reimbursement as state inspectors deem the facility in immediate jeopardy of losing its compliance with the federal Medicare conditions of participation. Investigators with the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services have determined that Mission has failed on multiple fronts to care for and safely evaluate patients in the emergency room. The letter was obtained by Asheville Watchdog from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. The letter states that in April, July, August, and October of last year showed hospital nursing staff failed to provide a safe environment for patients presenting in the emergency department. The letter stated this included failing to accept patients on arrival, resulting in the lack of delays with triage, assessments, monitoring, or implementation of orders, including labs. It represents the most severe threat to the public and health and safety of the patients, said Jacob Emerson, Assistant News Director for Healthcare News Publication. He said it carries the most serious sanctions from the agency towards the hospital, and that's the potential loss of Medicare and Medicaid funding. He said we now have confirmation of what folks in this community have known for a long time. That said North Carolina Senator Julie Mayfield, who represents Asheville. She said the hospital can no longer say these are the anecdotal accounts, that everything is fine. Everything is not fine at Mission. Mayfield said on Friday that she's talking with the North Carolina Department of Human Service officials to see if Governor Roy Cooper could be called in to declare a state of emergency for Western North Carolinians amid the serious report showing failures by HCA for the community. The federal government is warning the hospital you're on thin ice and we need you to fix these issues before we guarantee your federal funding in the future, Emerson said. He said based on the letter, it could be the next step for Medicare officials who review the report to demand Mitchell address issues within 23 days. Mayfield, aware of the exodus of doctors and oncologists who have left Mission, said she's concerned the hospital will not be able to turn staffing and care programs around a short period of time. Mission Hospital has received preliminary survey results from CMS regarding its emergency department. We have taken those results seriously. There are no excuses for our patients receiving anything other than exceptional care. This is not the standard of care we expect, nor that our patients deserve, and we will work diligently to improve. Mission Hospital already has taken action to address the preliminary findings shared during the survey process. These actions include the deployment of additional resources and expertise learned from HCA Healthcare's experience of more than 9 million emergency room patients annually. We expect to receive final survey results shortly and already are working with Mission Hospital to finalize a corrective action plan for CMS Medicare. That from Mission Hospital. Now, State Attorney General Josh Stein, who is suing HCA Healthcare for alleged breach of contract, part over its lack of oncology cancer team, stated by News to News 13, today's news is extremely alarming and reinforces my deep concerns about the quality of care people in Western North Carolina are receiving at HCA. I appreciate CMS and the Department of Health and Human Services for their hard work to improve the situation for patients. I will continue to do everything in my power to protect the people's health care, including continuously to vigorously pursue my lawsuit against HCA. It's not a good sign. Well, if you didn't see it last night or read about it this morning, well, a North Carolina teenager, 13-year-old teenager from Raleigh, is now the Miss Teen North Carolina. Now, she is a competitive dancer, and her dance routine to Journey's Don't Stop Believing brought the house down. Again, congratulations to Hanley House, 13, North Carolina's teen, or America's teen. And with all that makeup on, she looks like she's 30. 22 minutes past 8 o'clock. Well, the Mountain Task Force is continuing its mission to prevent impaired driving and save lives. The Western North Carolina Regional DWI Task Force met on Friday to discuss legislative changes it would like to see in Raleigh. The task force wants to take several issues before the General Assembly, one of them a proposal to lower the BAC limit from 0.08 to 0.05. 32 people die every day from impaired driving in America, that according to the chair, Ellen Pitt. Pitt hosted the legislative work session at the Waynesville Police Department with many stakeholders, including Mountain Representative Mike Clampett, who will again push his House Bill 148 to lower the impairment threshold. He said it's working in Utah. He said the court systems did not become clogged. The liquor industry and beer and wine were not impacted. The sales remain. In fact, they increased because people felt safer now they were taking responsibility for their actions. That according to Clampett. He said you have the right to refuse any test as far as that goes, but there's consequences for those decisions you do make, he said. Pitt said impairment applies to more than just alcohol. She said we have to do something about driving while impaired on drugs. Impairment means beyond the roadways. It can also happen on the water. North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission agents, like officers on the ground, look to use new tools to detect impaired boaters, since it could take hours to transport them from a lake to a magistrate's office with impairment levels dropping during the trip. Having a portable breath test and instrument out there to where we could use these tests in court would really be a huge advantage, that according to Wildlife Resources Captain Andrew Helton. A defense attorney who attended the workshop said she'd like to see more discussions about options for restoring driver's license to offenders who have successfully gone through the lengthy sobriety court process. She said the people that do put in the effort to turn their lives around, get rid of alcohol or drugs or a combination of, I want to help them get their productive life back. That according to Meredith Vituro. She said, I plan to reintroduce all these bills in short session. The task force will be watching. She said, we're going to be having people that track specific bills, watch how they progress through the committees, and then contact those legislators that say this bill went to your committee on such and such date. I want to know where it's going and what's happening. That according to Pitt. We've got sports coming up from the NCNN, and we'll have more news right after this.
NCN Sports. Good morning. I'm Tony Bixby. The Detroit Lions edging the Los Angeles Rams to earn their second playoff win since 1957. Correspondent Denny Kapp with more on the Lions' victory.
Jared Goff throws for 277 yards and a touchdown to lead the Lions past the Rams 24-23. Goff became the first quarterback in NFL history to beat a team in which he previously won a playoff game with, and in turn gave the Lions their first playoff win in 32 years.
From the moment I got here, you imagine getting that playoff win and having this type of atmosphere in front of our home crowd, and being able to sit on the ball like that and finish it out. And yeah, it kind of all hit me there.
The Lions will host a divisional round game next weekend. Matthew Stafford threw for 362 yards and 2 touchdowns. Puka Nacua caught 9 balls for 181 yards in the Rams' loss. Denny Kapp, Detroit.
The Packers ran themselves into the NFC divisional round.
Jordan Love threw 3 touchdown passes. Aaron Jones ran for 3 more scores. The Green Bay Packers stunned the Dallas Cowboys 48-32 in the NFC wildcard playoffs. Packers built up a 27-0 lead and never looked back. Romeo Doubs caught 6 passes for 151 yards and a touchdown for the Packers. Dak Prescott threw for 403 yards and 3 touchdowns, all 3 to tight end Jake Ferguson.
ACC women's basketball, North Carolina held off upside-minded Virginia 81-68. Coach Courtney Banghart.
But we knew they were a really good team. Cameron Taylor, man, hats off. She's a hard guard, hard kid to guard. It takes a really good player for these two together to struggle with at times. So, you know, and Alyssa just being Alyssa, you know, another double-double.
4 Duke players finishing in double figures with the Blue Devils a commanding 84-46 win over Georgia Tech at Cameron yesterday. Blue Devils head coach Kara Lawson.
Proud of the group, quite possibly our most complete win of the season.
Louisville beating Wake Forest yesterday 83-62. You're listening to NCN Sports.
If you pay your city or town for electricity, you live in a public power community. Public power communities provide electricity to families and businesses from a locally owned and operated system. Public power systems are not-for-profit and provide electricity at affordable rates with unbeaten reliability. Your local public power provider invests in your community, providing local jobs and supporting your local economy. Electricities of North Carolina is the energy behind public power. Learn more at electricities.com.
For more than 35 years, the North Carolina Rural Center has been working to secure a more vibrant future for our state's rural people and places. The latest research revealed 74% of small businesses report struggling to find the job candidate with the right education, skills, or training, often due to geographic isolation or lack of public transportation. The Rural Center continues to advocate for progress on these and other important rural issues. Learn more at ncruralcenter.com. NC Rural Center, building vibrant rural communities.
How are you going live right now? We're literally halfway up a mountain. I haven't had service since we got here.
I just switched to Carolina West Wireless and got a new iPhone 15 totally free on a reliable network, so I can reach my followers from anywhere.
Maybe I should switch?
Activate and they'll throw in a free iPad and Apple Watch. Bundling it together saves over $1,700.
Okay, I'm sold.
Ready, set, go with Carolina West Wireless. See representative for details or visit carolinawest.com/terms and conditions. Offer expires March 31st, 2024.
At Insurance Service Associates, we want to be your insurance agent. We try to make it easier for you.
When you ask, we will shop your insurance with multiple companies. We don't charge extra fees for making a payment. You can come by our office, or with many of our companies, you can pay us over the phone. Many of our customers come through our drive-thru. We want to make it simple because life is already too complicated. Insurance Service Associates, 245 East Main Street, or you can call us at 245-5301.
With gas and utility prices skyrocketing, you need to save money wherever you can. Jay's Discount Grocery can help you do just that. Jay's Grocery has a fresh meat market and a produce aisle like no other. Jay's carries all household needs, including dog and cat food, cups, paper plates, drinks, famous brand names arriving daily at a fraction of the cost. You know, you just never know what you'll find at Jay's. Find out for yourself. Jay's is open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 7, Friday and Saturday, 8 to 8, closed on Sundays. Jay's Discount Grocery, 671 Oak Street in Forest City. Shop Jay's and walk out with a pocket full of savings.
Rutherford County Honor Guard provides military rights and honors at the funeral services of eligible veterans. They're in constant need of additional volunteers from veterans who have served in the different branches of service. If you are a veteran and would like to be of assistance, please call Rutherford County Honor Guard Representative Peter McCann at 828-289-5356. That's 828-289-5356. This information provided by Washburn and Dorsey of Bostic.
And in sports, we've got Tar Heels coming up on Wednesday evening. It's the Tar Heels in Louisville. Now, the Tar Heels won Saturday, beat Syracuse, final score 103-67. We've got UNC Louisville. Countdown to tip-off will be 7:30. Tip-off at 9 o'clock. UNC Louisville, Wednesday evening. You can hear that game right here on WCAB. Well, the Anderson County Sheriff's Office arrested a man after sending money to a teen for sexually explicit photos. According to Public Information Officer Shal Remian with the ACSO, detectives began an investigation after the victim's mother reported that the suspect was sending money to her 15-year-old daughter for sexually explicit photos. Remian says Kyle Foster, 33, of North Carolina, was arrested and charged with criminal solicitation of a minor, unlawful to disseminate obscene material, and sexual exploitation of a minor. Well, you know, this past week's storms brought down trees, flooding, even tornado warnings. And these storms are not common for the middle of January. And according to old legend, hearing thunder in the wintertime means snow will surely follow within 7 to 10 days. Now, sure enough, there is a small chance of snow or maybe a wintry mix. For us, maybe. And for other parts of North Carolina tomorrow, but ours looks like it's going to be more toward the weekend. But here's the old proverb. If you hear thunder in winter, it will snow soon after. You hear thunder. A few days later, snow shows up in the forecast. Now, many of us here in North Carolina have experienced this and taking it as proof of the old adage that must have some truth to it. Now, according to the Farmer's Almanac, this proverb rings true about 70% of the time, especially along the East Coast and in the plains. Now, to simplify this, it's because storms in winter are often caused by a big dip and sudden rise in the jet stream, and that rush of cold air, along with unsettled weather patterns, means by the time the next system arrives, it could still be cold enough to cause the next system's precipitation to fall as snow instead of rain. The North Carolina State Climate Office also backs up this logic, writing, "It makes some sense considering that weather systems generally take about a week to move across the country, so a strong cold front that produces thunderstorms is likely to be followed by another system within the next 10 days. Now, how often does it snow within 10 days after thunder in western North Carolina? Well, the North Carolina State Climate Office shared research in 2013 when they looked up all reports of thunderstorms or lightning between December and March from 6 weather stations across the state. Since the 1940s, they found 642 instances of storms, thunder or lightning in winter. Out of those instances, they found it snowed within 7 to 10 days at around 85 times. That means since the 1940s, there's been a 13% success rate of snow falling within 7 to 10 days of storms or thunder. Now, this amounts to a 1 in 7 chance, which is far from a sure thing, they wrote. But the North Carolina Climate Office also looked into data related to other winter folklore in North Carolina, such as whether or not the woolly worms in banner elk can predict the winter's forecast. So where did this folklore originate? It could be because there is some level of scientific explanation why it could snow after winter thunder, or because there's historically been at least a measurable chance that it will snow after a storm. Or could we just believe that thunder could mean snow is coming, so we pay attention, and when it works, we remember. Still doesn't tell me whether it's going to snow within 10 days or not. Okay. I'm going to tell you something you've probably been doing wrong, because I've done it wrong. But this tells me that I've done it wrong, but I thought I was doing it right. There's a big chance that you're putting your garbage bags in the trash can the wrong way. Duh. Now somebody's telling us how to do our trash cans. Okay. TikTok teaches you the right way to get a garbage bag in the can. And you cannot believe you've been doing it wrong the whole time. The right way to use a garbage can. Is there a right way to use one? I don't know. According to TikTok, there is. It's super simple. You start by opening your bag. There's no need to shake it out and make all that noise. All you need to do is to place the open drawstring edge over the top rim of the garbage can like a hat. Then you push it down inside the can, removing all the air and making room for the trash. Yep, the end result is pretty similar to the way you've been doing it for years, but there's two noticeable differences. First, the trash bag actually come inside out. Now, if you don't believe that, check the seam the next time you take one out of the box. Now, this simple method puts your trash bag in right side out. Second, you avoid the annoying loud noise of shaking out the bag. Sleeping babies everywhere will thank you. I have never noticed that the seam was on the outside of the trash bag. So when you pull the trash bag out of the box, the seam is on the outside. So the seam is supposed to be on the inside. So when you put your trash bag, you put it on, and then you put... I'm going to have to tell Tracy to go get a trash bag. We're going to try this right quick. Okay. Now, here's something else. When you go to a fast food restaurant... Hold on, I'm going to scream for Tracy. Tracy's going to go get a trash bag. Okay, 12 orders you should never order. Now, this is according to the employees. Fast food frenzy. Now, grabbing a quick snack or grabbing a quick meal, you're in a hurry. You don't have time to sit down and eat something good at a restaurant, and you go through the drive-through. Well, the gimmicky food. Tracy's coming with the trash bag. I'm going to see. Is the seam on the outside of it? It says the seam's on the outside. It sure is. That's the seam. Okay, the seam is on the outside of the trash bag. So what we need to, the way we put it in the, so we don't no longer shake it out. Okay. We put this over the trash bag like this. I'm gonna turn it around. Wait a minute, if I can get a hold of it. We need to do it this way. Open it up, put it on the track like this, and then just shove it into the trash can. Shove it in the trash can. Do it that way. Yes, we had. I don't know. This dog's brain's about to wear out. Okay. 12 fast food. Okay, the seam is on the outside. 12 fast food items you should never order. Now, this is according to employees. Within the past decade, fast food chains have made a conscious effort to include lighter fare on their menus, more salads, and the option of apple slices or yogurts with the kids' meals instead of fries. Now, most recently, they're kind of pushing these newer menu items like handcrafted or even artisan, but don't believe the hype. There may be a few extra toppings on the burger or sandwiches we call handcrafted, but they're not any better quality than the stuff you've been eating for years. That according to these folks who check out all this stuff. Now, this girl's name is Tricia. Now, she's worked at 2 popular fast food establishments, and she attends college. And employees recommend that you stay away from some of this stuff. Okay, supersize. Just because the so-called value menu might mean more food for little money does not mean you should order the largest size meal available. She said, after working in fast food, I've realized no one needs that much fried food. That according to Nikki, who's worked at McDonald's for 2 years. She said, it's tempting when you think you're getting more for less, but you'll end up feeling disgusting after you eat all those fries. The macaroni and cheese. Macaroni and cheese is a pure comfort food, and sometimes the craving is too strong to resist. But Panera employee responding to a thread on Reddit recommends skipping their take on the classic dish. They said the pasta, it's all microwave. That includes the mac and cheese, that according to President Pancake. The best item are the real sandwiches and salads. They use real ingredients and are usually fresh. Tuna salad. You might want to avoid the tuna fish salad or anything similar that can be prepared ahead of time. A girl named Colleen said, I worked at Friendly's and they made the tuna fish once a week. Now, this is employees. And if you wonder where I get a lot of this stuff, it's Reader's Digest. Beware of the garnishes. You may be thinking that the parsley and lemon look decadent, but at a fast food place, you may want to think again. Jamie, who worked at a Florida-based fast food restaurant, advises never eat any garnishes or pickles. The place I worked at would wash them and reuse them if you didn't eat them. They also instructed us to pull uneaten cups of coleslaw off plates and reserve them. Jamie did say that place that he worked at finally wound up being closed. Do not order the fish sandwich. While ordering the fish or other seafood may be a healthy option at a regular restaurant, it's not a good idea at fast food joints. People don't pay attention, but the filet of fish is one of the unhealthiest things on our menu. That, according to Charity, who worked at a local restaurant in North Carolina, she said there's another reason to avoid the fast fruits. She said, I've worked at quick serve places like Panera, fast food spots like McDonald's. Do not order anything that is advised as seafood. Michael went on to say there's no way it's fresh, and even if you're aware of that, it's also been sitting for a while. Go with something on the menu that you know people are ordering all the time. Don't ask for fresh French fries. Across the board, the fast food employees that were interviewed rolled their eyes at folks who insisted on ordering fresh French fries. One worker explained when a customer orders When a customer orders fresh fries, they usually end up complaining about how long it takes. That according to Stephanie, who worked at a Burger King in Ohio. Also, depending on how busy we are, we're not making a special batch specially just for you. So you may walk away with the same fries you'd get with any other order. But you may want to order chicken nuggets fresh. On a Reddit post about items fast food employees recommend you avoid, Rich88 says, if you order chicken nuggets, just ask for them fresh. Otherwise, they've been sitting in their container in the heat. They have a timer, but 9 times out of 10, when that timer goes off, people just reset the timer instead of making new ones. This could have the nuggets keep sitting there until they're all sold. You're getting you're sick to your stomach now. I got a cup of coffee. I hope it's not Friday's warmed over. Okay. Watch the clock at the drive-thru. Reddit member and former Panera worker Magnoli recommends that being aware of the time you decide to pull through the drive-thru. Please, please, please don't come through the drive-thru at 8:30 p.m. and order three paninis. It's not spelled right. 3 paninis and 5 salads, and they get mad because it's taking so long. The drive-thru is excellent for people who want to get a quick coffee, a bakery item, but even though our food is fast, we're not fast food. These things take time, and it's easier for everyone if you just come inside. Pass on the grilled chicken at burger joints. If you're hitting a place that's largely known for burgers, you're probably going to want to avoid the grilled chicken. At least at our location, we didn't sell many grilled chicken sandwiches, so it sits around a lot longer than other menu items, and the texture is so rubbery. That according to Stephanie. Don't ask for the secret Starbucks menu. Customers constantly ask Starbucks employees for the secret menu, but there isn't one. The notion is that there's an alternative menu that comes from the fact that some creative customers have come up with popular concoctions. If you want a special drink, tell your barista the ingredients. This worker said, I constantly get questions about the secret menu, but I swear we don't have one. Just tell me what you want, according to Amelia, who works at a Starbucks in Chicago. The chili is a no-go. Tracy, we got chili a couple of weeks ago. The chili is a no-go. The chili at Wendy's may look like a comforting menu option, but not when you find out what it's made of. It's not really a healthy concern, but most people are surprised when they're told about the Wendy's chili, that according to Reddit user Cosmo23. The meat, I've read this before in one of the health magazines. The meat comes from hamburger patties that just sat on the grill too long to serve to customers. They take them, put them in a bin, and then throw them in the refrigerator. Then the chili is made when they take it out, boil it, chop it up, and then dump it in the chili. That's what we eat when we go through fast food restaurants. Oh my gosh. You ready for lunch?
No. I've just finished the orange that I'm in here eating.
I finished my coffee.
I wonder where it came from.
I don't know. Coming up on 15 minutes before 9 o'clock. Oh, I got another one. Have I got time to do this one? All of it? Yeah. 11 leftovers that can make you sick. We'll do that right after this.
I got this sweet metal detector I got with my tax refund. I'm gonna have a new smartphone in no time.
Why didn't you just go to Bark Mobile?
Why would I buy a smartphone when I can find one?
They'll give you a free Samsung Galaxy A14 5G when you switch. Or you can get 3 months of service with unlimited data for just $90 when you switch and bring your own device.
Whoa, how'd you find those deals?
My metal detector.
Really?
No.
Make your tax refund howl with Bark Mobile. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details or visit mybarkmobile.com/terms and conditions. Offer expires March 31st, 2024.
There are plenty of drugstores in Rutherford County, but not all of them offer the same personal customer service that is offered at the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton. Laura Hodge and her team have trusted experience and professional service. You're not just a number to them, you're a friend. Make the Medicine Box of Rutherfordton your hometown drugstore at 200 Charlotte Road in Rutherfordton. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturdays 9 to 1, 287-7117. Robbins Paint and Carpet is a friend of folks who do their own jobs around the house and friends of the professional. And they're the home of Benjamin Moore premium quality paint. Benjamin Moore goes on easy the first time, every time, so save yourself some time. And Robbins also provides expert help and advice to make every project a success. Call on the team at Robbins Paint and Carpet and Floor Covering today, 245-8801. That's 245-8801. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, 206 Commercial Drive in Forest City. For complete and professional auto service, visit Tri-City Tire. They care about their customers, and it shows. They offer complete auto services in brakes, alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, inspections, also lift kits, and of course, complete tire service. Also tires for commercial, farm tractors, and ATVs. They also carry mowers and power equipment by Red Max. Tri-City Tire Service, 221 Daniel Road in Forest City, or call 828-287-8778. Tri-City Tire Service, your local tire and auto service center.
Good morning, this is Cameron coming to you from the Blue Room with your weather forecast. Today you can expect mostly sunny conditions at highs near 50, so mostly cloudy overnight with lows around 30. Monday, so mostly cloudy with isolated showers at highs near 45, so mostly cloudy overnight with a chance of a wintry mix with lows around 30. For Tuesday, it's mostly cloudy with slight chance of a wintry mix with highs near 45, partly cloudy overnight with lows around 20. And that was your weather forecast here on Pure Country 100.9 FM. 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
Now, I'm sure Sundays, folks who have what they call Sunday dinners at Grandma's house or whatever, or maybe the holidays, you're still celebrating Christmas holidays and whatever with family members that maybe lived out of town. Well, there's 11 leftovers that can make you sick that you don't want to be eating later. And one of those foods is eggs. Eggs almost always contain salmonella. That, according to Kentha Schilk, a PhD food scientist and principal of Corvus Blue LLC, food science and research firm. Some methods used to cook eggs require gentle heat for a short duration of time, which may not kill the bacteria. Any method that results in a runny yolk, leaving them at room temperature for any length of time, is a recipe for those bacteria to multiply to harmful levels. Plus, eggs always taste better fresh and don't take long to scramble, so they're probably not a food you want to save for later. Beets. Research, including a study published in 2012 in Sports Medicine, shows that the nitric oxide in beets can give your workout a boost and can help your blood pressure. But those same compounds react with heat badly. When nitrate-rich foods are cooked, not cooled properly, and further reheated, the nitrates can get converted to nitrites and then to something known as a carcinogenic. Well, you know what that is. So regularly eating reheated beets or beet products may not be a good idea. The same may be true of turnips, another nitrate-rich root veggie. Potatoes. Spuds seem so sturdy, but even though they're cooked hotter and longer than eggs, they can pose a risk when left to be cooled and stored at room temperature too long. Doing so can potentially foster the growth of bacteria that causes botulism, that according to Schilk. Large, foil-wrapped baked potatoes are particularly at risk, she said, because they offer bacteria the ideal low-oxygen environment to thrive in. And that's not all. Potatoes are also among the foods that you should not reheat in a microwave. Zapping them out of the foil, of course, for 30 to 60 seconds does not kill the stuff that wreaks havoc on your GI system. Cooking a raw potato in the microwave, however, requires only a few minutes more. Go that route. Spinach. Spinach, like beets, is another nitrate food that's often served cooked to avoid converting nitrates into these leafy greens into potentially carcinic nitrous zymes. You may want to serve your spinach raw, the ultimate time saver, or lightly sauteed. It's also important to note that nitrites, another byproduct of heating nitrite-rich foods, are not safe for infants less than 6 months old. That according to the research. That includes a study published in 2015 in the Journal of Pediatric Research. Spinach is often mixed with other foods in baby purees, so make sure you are not heating them. Breast milk. This all-natural substance is one of the healthiest things you can feed your baby, but research, including a study published in 2015, shows that warming up breast milk is a no-go. Babies contaminate the bottle when they suck, and the milk can be a breeding ground for the bacteria in the saliva, that according to Schilk. Neither microwaving nor warming can kill this bacteria and can cause distress to more than just the digestive system of the baby. Rice. In the 1970s, a number of food poisoning outbreaks associated with leftover rice led to increased awareness that rice harbors a microorganism that multiplies at room temperature. That doesn't mean you have to chunk all your uneaten takeout. Just make sure you're stashing it in the refrigerator quickly. In general, food safety guidelines recommend keeping foods hot over 140 or cold under 40 if you're not eating them within 2 hours. Chicken. Like eggs, raw chicken tends to contain salmonella, and time plus low temps is a recipe for disaster as those bacteria multiply. The best way to avoid this, make sure the internal temperature of your bird reaches 165 degrees. Microwaves don't always heat evenly or well as other cooking methods, so be sure to turn the meat and don't reheat it more than once. There's always chicken salad. Cold pressed oils. Flaxseed oil, olive oil, canola oil, and other seed oils are rich in omega-3 fats and other unsaturated fats, which have a number of health benefits. Alas, they are very sensitive to temperature. Heating and reheating foods containing these oils can render them unstable and therefore not safe. Oily foods. Another reason to avoid reheating oily foods like French fries. Reheating in, say, the microwave, can cause the oil to smoke past its safe level. When that happens, it can produce hazardous fumes that are harmful to your health. That according to research, including a study published in 2012 in Food Chemistry. If you're going to reheat it, do so in the oven at low temperature or not at all. Buffet food. There's a reason buffets do not let you take food to go. And that's not just because restaurants don't want to lose money. Buffet trays are not kept hot enough to kill the microbes, which can grow to unhealthy amounts while they sit out unrefrigerated. That according to Schilk. This goes for those all-you-can-eat buffets at restaurants, as well as at-home party buffets. Let's do that one again. There's a reason that buffets do not let you take food to go, and it's not just because restaurants don't want to lose money. Buffet trays are not kept hot enough to kill those microbes, which can grow to unhealthy amounts while they sit out unrefrigerated. This goes for all those all-you-can-eat buffets, as well as your at-home parties. Refrigerate everything, take it out of the refrigerator as you need it. Don't pile everything on the table to eat all at one time. Fresh fish is a mega healthy, and most of us don't eat enough fish, but nothing says food poisoning risk like bad seafood, and fish can go bad very easily. According to the Food and Drug Administration, Bacteria that can cause illness grow quickly at warm temperature between 40 degrees and 140. Even if the ambient temperature in the room can affect it. To play it safe, never leave seafood out of the refrigerator for more than 2 hours or for more than an hour when the temperature is above 90 degrees. Okay, wait a minute. Even the ambient temperature in the room can affect it. Play it safe. You never leave seafood out of the refrigerator for more than 2 hours or more than an hour when the temperature is above 90 degrees. So if you're going to be cooking fish on the grill, never leave it out if the temperature is above 90 degrees for more than an hour. All of this stuff can be found on the internet. Safe cooking, safe handling of food. Isothermal offers a class. Of course, it's mostly for restaurants, but I don't think they would care if you came over and took the class on safe handling of food. We just depend on the internet so much, and that's where I found a lot of this stuff. Just trying to help keep you safe and keep you around with us a whole lot longer. We've got news coming up next, and then we'll join Pure Country music all day long here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
Mike Rayleigh, winter storm alerts are in place for a handful of counties in the North Carolina mountains today. Multiple inches of snow are expected in some parts of the mountains and higher elevations, with potentially a winter mix along I-40. WBTV meteorologist Al Conklin.